Good evening, everyone. Nice to see everyone.
Good to see you, Spencer. It looks like we might
Okay,
be
so we are now live.
Great. Thank you, Andrew. And thank you, everyone, for joining. I'm Pamela Hamilton, and I'd like to go ahead and convene this open session at 4:04 p.m. on the 15th of December, 2020. The first item on the agenda is to administer the oath of office, and as such, I'm going to turn that over to Dr. Spencer Holcomb.
Thank you very much, Madam President. Again, my name is Spencer Holcomb, and I'm the superintendent, and it is with great pleasure that we get to swear into office three of our newest board members. One is been with us for several years, Miss Sandra Barnes, but it's with great pleasure that we welcome to the board Miss Jessica Anthony or Mrs. Jessica Anthony and Mrs. Sharon Nielsen to our board. And at this time, individually, I will swear them into the board. How this is done is normally in an open session, I would have you kind of come and stand in our boardroom and raise your right hand and repeat after me. Given the fact that we are virtual, I'll just have you stay seated and I will do each of you individually. And I will read a sentence and you will repeat after me through the oath. We'll start in alphabetical order. So we'll start with Jessica. If you could please raise your right hand. I, Jessica Anthony.
I, Jessica Anthony.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of California.
And the Constitution of the State of California.
Against all enemies.
Against all enemies.
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Constitution of the United States.
To the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of California.
And the Constitution of the State of California.
That I take this obligation.
That I take this obligation.
Freely.
Freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental reservation.
Or purpose of evasion.
Or purpose of evasion.
And that I will.
And that I will.
Well and faithfully.
Well and faithfully.
Discharge.
Discharge.
The duties upon.
The duties upon.
Which I'm about to enter.
Which I am about to enter.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. You are the newest board member of the Oroville City Elementary School District. Next, we will go to our Vice President, Miss Sandra Barnes. Miss Barnes, if you'll please raise your right hand. I, K. Sandra Barnes. And can anybody hear her?
I cannot.
Go. We
There
cannot.
you go.
Could you hear her?
Sandra? I can't hear Sandra.
We cannot hear you. So what I'll have you do, Sandra, is I will read in Miss Nielsen, and then I'll have you log out and then log back in and see if that fixes your issue. So I'm going to go ahead and move to Miss Nielsen, and then we'll come back to you, Sandra, if that's okay. Okay, Ms. Nilsson, if you'll please raise your right hand. I, Sharon Nilsson,
I, Sharon Nilsson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
or affirm
or affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear
true
true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duty upon which I'm about to enter. Thank you very much. We'd like to welcome you as the newest board member for the Oroville City Elementary School District. And we will now go back to Miss Barnes. Do we have Miss Barnes here in our open session?
She is not online right now. I think she was trying to log back in. Here she comes now. Give me 1 second.
Perfect. Let's try this again. Sandra, can you hear us?
She's still connecting audio.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now. That's perfect. Yay. So at this time, Sandra, if you'll please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, K. Sandra Barnes,
I, K. Sandra Barnes,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support
that I will support
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear
true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
I am about to enter.
Thank you very much. We'd like to welcome you as our newest member of the board and appreciate all of our three candidates that were sworn in this evening. Madam President, I'll turn the time back over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Holton. So we'll go through an official roll call and a welcome. So Bill Legrone, I understand, is not present tonight. Jessica Anthony? Need a verbal, we're here. Hey. So Jessica Anthony's, and congratulations, glad to have you on the board.
Thank
And Sandra Barnes? Hello. And Sandra, what is this your time? This is third, fourth time you're on the board, or?
The first time I was appointed for a 2-year term. Second time I was elected in for a 4-year term. So this will be my technically second and a half.
Second and a half. Well, congratulations and glad to have you back. Sharon, is it Nielsen?
Nilsson.
Nelson. Sharon Nelson, present and accounted for. Congratulations. Glad to have you on the board. Glad
Thank
you're here. And then Dr. Spencer Holton, you're here as well.
I am here.
Great, good. We'll move on to item number 3 and closed session, which is the public comment in closed session. The board extends an invitation to all parties who wish to speak on items that are listed on the closed session agenda. You may email your comments to backpack@ocesd.net. Please include your first and last name in your email. Comments pertaining to items listed on the closed session agenda will be read into the record during this time. However, emails received without a sender's name will not be read. Andrew, at this time, are there any emails in that Backpack OSC?
There are none at this time for this section. There's one comment, and it's for a future section in the board meeting.
Okay, and Dr. Hold'em, do you see anything in there at all either?
I have one. I believe it's the same one that Andrew is referring to. Is it from Yelena?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that will be for when we reconvene back into open.
Great. Okay, so at this time, we are going to recess into closed session, and it's 4